And hello and welcome back. We are back on the Perry Steel Ravachoi that is now trying to kill all of our heroes, or at least a good number of our heroes. Last we left off, Hogne had cut the vines that were ensnaring Thessalonica so they could make it safely down. And now we see that the boulders are tumbling down on them and vines are trying to grab Marika. So battle. This is how battle works. Battle is fought in 3 exchanges. The end of the exchanges, or when a foe is defeated, either way, the battle ends. We determine the victor at the end at that time. In between, each exchange is going to compose of 1 positioning roll and then 1 contest. The positioning roll is what determines what ability you get to use. If the enemy, in this case the rocks of the Perry Steel Ravachoi, if they win, they get to choose what ability you're testing from the 4 of our choices, from the 4 within sport, athletics, cunning, hunt, and wrestling. And if you win, then you get to choose for yourself. You can spend an oath to make someone else who won give you their place instead. So you can say, you owe me an oath, and if someone wins and you lost, you can force them to gain you in position. Then once the position roll is rolled and we determine what everybody's rolling, we'll all roll just like a normal contest. And this time, instead of getting your abilities impaired if you fail, you take wounds if you fail. And the wounds can be social, mental, psychological, but in this case, they're still pretty physical. You're getting trashed. Or at least that's likely the case. You all, I believe, have 1 armor unless Adrastos is playing the no armor game.
I am playing the no armor game.
Okay. So Adrastos is going to get an extra glory at the end of this for the fact that he has no armor. But the rest of you have 1 armor box that you can negate 1 wound, any amount of wounds that you take 1 time. So 1 time you can say, my armor protects me, and then your armor's gone. When you take wounds, you raise up your wound die. It starts at D0 and goes to D4, D6, D8, just like the rest. When your wound die is at D12, you're taken out. And you can spend a divine favor to roll your wound die if you want. I believe Hogne has a D6 or D8 wound die right now.
I have 3 boxes checked in the old system.
In the old system, so that means you're at D4, D6, D8. Yeah,
D8.
So you're at D8 wound die right now.
And I'm at D4.
And you're at D4, and I think Marika is unscathed.
Of course she is.
I'm
good. What's up? What's going on? Are you guys having like a problem with this killer island?
No problem.
Have you tried just dodging?
Just not being where the rocks are.
Yeah, we've tried to just sort of be a better person in general, but it's not working so far.
All right,
Sean and I are watching season 2 of one of our favorite shows, which is Ultimate Beastmaster, and the commentary is great, especially when they're like going to the contestants and they're like, well, my plan is to just be faster than everyone else.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Please tell me you're watching the Mexican production, not the American one.
No, but I feel like we should, because the American hosts in season 2 are. I miss Terry Crews.
Yes, everybody misses Terry. Watch the Mexican version. It's great. It's the same show, just with the.
It's
Mexican
the same
host.
show. It's just with the Mexican hosts are leading it. Yeah.
That sounds fantastic, because
we'll switch over.
The 2 hosts are just god awful. We do everything we can to ignore them. So
everybody misses Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, but back to you guys being murdered by an island, like not even a human. Yep. That's so embarrassing.
Between exchanges as well, you also have the chance to retreat, to reconsider, to surrender, or in this case, perhaps to try and figure out a little more about what's going on. Since you can't talk to your foe,
But so do we as characters have a sense yet that this is Ares interference, or do we think that it's just the rocks, the island?
No, I don't think. I mean, I think. Remember when Ares left, and you remember when you heard Ares' voice through the rumbling of the rocks at the edge of the island?
Okay,
you hear the same churning. It's more like a roar of anger. Like it's not. He's not saying words, but like it's very clear to the TV audience that this is Ares, and it's very reasonable for the Greek heroes to act in accordance. Like there's nothing that like he hasn't like shown up in like in a suit of metal armor and like been like, hey y'all, I'm gonna mess your day up. But yeah, it's
a very Xena Ares thing to do.
Right.
I'd be okay if it was the Xena version, as long as it's not the last 15 minutes of Wonder Woman version. Can do without that one.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Such a good movie up to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we know it's the god, like, but indirectly.
It's indirectly because and that's significant because you're not rolling against Ares right now. You're not actually defying Ares at the moment. He has just told one of his creatures, like, hey, mess with them. And he's annoyed, and so he sent one of his the rocks to crush you. If you should call upon him, yeah, you can definitely face. I mean, I can change the D8 to D12 and boom, we're good. And then you gain tons of glory for defying a god directly. So those are the kind of things you can do during in between exchanges. But right now, you have to make a positioning roll, and I think this will probably make Marika happy. The positioning roll is going to be with athletics, so you're going to roll name plus athletics.
Okay.
And
you mean the ability that I just impaired?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, Marika, you also have your athletics impaired, though, I believe, because you used it as a creative ability.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, whenever you use a creative ability, they are impaired, even if they're even if you're successful. So it's one lower.
Rolling my wound die is good.
Well, you can. I mean, yes, your wound die is generally speaking bad because it's what I roll against you when you try to recover. So the more wounded you are, the harder it is to recover. But because you're an epic Greek hero, you can call upon your sorry, I was looking at chat, got distracted. You can call upon your reserves and use the the strength from enduring that injury to your benefit. So
okay, and I don't have to spend divine favor or anything.
You do. You spend one divine favor to roll to add your wound die in. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So normally it works against you, but if you spend divine favor, you can use it to your.
Yes, and Sean Chat wants to know: is it a rock, the giant mythological bird, or a rock, a giant stone?
It's a giant stone. I'm sorry. How was I not clear when I said boulders?
I thought it was Mr. Johnson.
I thought it was two because he said two the rocks. It's the worst possible case. We'll have to roll to smell what is being cooked.
Yeah. If the rock comes, then it's a whole different game.
I was picturing
Scorpion King just whoops everyone's ass.
People's elbow from the top of a cliff, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's like 5d20.
Son, good luck.
You can't deal with that.
Sorry, I don't have the rules for that game, guys.
We should make them.
All right, I got a 6 on my positioning roll. I could open end it, but I have a 6 so far.
Okay. I am rolling athletics and adding my wound die.
You are okay.
Because dodging rocks while you're super fucked up is very heroic.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
No bonus.
I also have a 6.
I also have a 6.
Everyone's got a 6 except me. I got a 4. A glorious mighty 4.
You got a glorious mighty 4.
What happened?
What?
All right.
Nothing. Everything's fine. What?
I think. Damn it! I was in a contest. I'd say you're the losers. You are reacting to it being the aggressor. It's attacking you. But in battle, let me see if that's the same case. Looking.
Yeah, I don't remember. This is a new rule, so I don't know what is there.
Yeah. I think what happens on a tie needs to be super clear. Positioning. Maybe call on an oath. Yeah, of course we didn't write it. Okay. So we're going to have to make a call.
I think it's fine to use the general rule here, probably, where like someone's initiating the fight and they're the aggressor, which would be the rocks. So that seems reasonable.
All right. Then they beat you. Then the rocks beat you all, as it stands.
Yeah, 6. I can explode the 6. I think I'm going to do that.
That makes sense.
Might as well, right? And I have a 10 now.
All right. So Adrastos wins and gets to choose his ability. And
good.
The rocks amongst athletics, cunning, hunt, and wrestle, and the rocks themselves, or CKS, get a win over Marika and Hogne, unless one of you wants to call in an oath and be like, "No, Adrastos, you owe me," and take his way, or you want to spend divine favor to roll additional dice.
So what's at stake here? This is not taking a wound yet, or is it?
Not yet.
This is. Do you get to choose the ability you use in the exchange, or does the enemy get to choose?
I will lose.
And like Sean said, you can make me position on your behalf by spending an oath.
I don't have any.
All right.
You don't have any with me. Okay.
I want to do that just because I haven't called in an oath.
Yeah.
I have one on Adrastos.
Yeah. Cool.
And your Marika, so.
Yeah.
So
Adrastos, take care of this.
I'm positioning for you, and like the rock is headed towards Hogne and I.
I have a +2 in position. Oh, inviting humans. Never mind. These are rocks.
So fictionally, Marika is like halfway up the slope. And
it was like up
is on the
beach.
How's that? I'm just curious as to how that.
Yeah, we need to work that out. What do we do? I somehow gain the upper hand in the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm angling to use my wrestle ability because that's what I want to be doing. I want to like seize hold of the stone and lever it aside in a pancrase throw over my hip or something, you know?
Yeah.
But I think I just managed to like intercept the stone, but I haven't like gotten in a good position to do anything yet. But it's held in place for just a moment, so Marika can swoop in.
Mm-hmm. If it helps, the rocks are trying to use wrestle against Marika to like grapple her with the vines.
Oh, okay.
And so if you want to fight those so that she can do something else, that is also, because that's.
That totally works. Yeah, I like that better actually. Instead of grabbing the rock, like dodging out of the way of the rock and getting entangled in the vine, so Marika doesn't, and she can like step off my back and leap through the air or whatever. Yeah, that's cool. Awesome. I like that. As I'm like, get dragged by the vines. Yeah, I like that better. That's good.
So Marika, you're the highest roller then in this case. What ability do you want to fight with?
Let me see.
No reason not to use your best, honestly.
Yeah.
Your best sport ability.
Yeah.
I think we'll stick with athletics.
Cool.
Of just trying to dodge and weave.
Sounds good. And do you have any care about the all the people that are below that are likely going to be crushed themselves?
What do you mean care?
I mean, another thing you could do with athletics is like dive and knock people out of the way and things like that. Like, It's not. This is not. This is just me giving you opportunities for heroics. This is not saying like this is a thing you need to do. It's just
yeah. What what's happening to our newlyweds right now? I should save them.
They're running down. They're on their way and they're dodging rocks, and they're the vines that would have ensnared them have been cut by Hogne and Hogne only.
I will try to help them by dodging some, like kicking some rocks out of their way. And
can you like marry them while you're doing that? Can you just say some words?
Maybe during an
Can I do that? Do you have to do that?
I don't know. Somebody needs.
I mean, you're Hera's chosen. I think she gave you the golden coils, right? You can just don them. Okay, so they don't really need rocks kicked out of their way. But if you want to leap away from the rocks so they do not crush you, that is totally good, and you will look super awesome doing it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm not concerned about the people like down on the beach because they have plenty of time to dodge the rocks. So again, like I'm very much with Hogne of like, if they can't dodge the rocks themselves, that's really on them.
Okay. Excellent. So you're using athletics.
True.
Yeah.
And that's good because the vines would have tried to use wrestle with you if they could. Hogne and Adrastos, you both lose. And so Adrastos, this is a real part of the playtest. Is like how cruel do you go? Hogne, I know with you. Let's pull up your sheet real quick.
Sorry, am I rolling right now?
No, we're picking abilities.
Okay.
So you picked athletics because you won. Hogne, the sand beneath you starts to sort of you start to sink into it, and it tries to pin you down and keep you from being able to move. And so you're having to do this battle with wrestle.
Okay.
And I think wrestle is pretty good for Adrastos, but the way I described the vines wrapping around you instead, wrestle makes the most sense here as well. So, So Hogne and Adrastos, you have to roll wrestle, and Marika, you get to roll athletics.
All right. I am going to spend another divine favor on my wound die.
Sounds good. And it's worth noting that the rocks are very good at pinning people down. They are extremely good at wrestling. So that is one of their monstrous traits.
Okay. I got a 5.
I got a 6. Marika is Marika.
Got an 8.
Oh goodness! I got an 8 as well.
I would like to explode. Exploding takes how many?
1 divine favor.
Okay. Oh, my favor.
Should I?
Your favor. You replenished it.
And Sean, you're testing. Ooh, nice.
Nice. So I'm tied with you right now. I could explode an 8 because that was a D8 on my.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I certainly would. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
I will do that. So I'm going to spend a divine favor.
So hang on. So wrestling is their monstrous ability, but they're actually just testing sport in general against
yes, they're just testing sport, right?
So okay.
Yeah. All right.
14.
Nice.
Yeah, right. They only have, so the way monstrous abilities are written is the way creatures are written is they only the character sheets are not representing this. I'm trying to do conversion here, but the foes only have 4 stats: Arete, Craft, Sport, and Battle. They have a D8 in Sport, but they have a D8 in Sport, but they force. But when you roll Wrestle, they get a bonus. So let's I'm gonna explode as well because they can.
Ooh.
Oh God!
Why can't you just let me live?
Because I'm evil, apparently. All right, so I have a 14.
Okay.
And I think that beats all of you.
I expended use of my armor.
Yeah.
So I had a 14.
Yep.
But the tie goes to the aggressor?
The tie goes to the aggressor. How long do they stay the aggressor in this case? I mean, it's definitely rock stuff falling down on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the tie goes to the aggressor.
Damn it.
Hogne, you would take, your total was 10.
Mm-hmm.
So you would take 2 wounds, but you're spending your armor.
Mm-hmm.
Marika, you take 1 wound. And as again, you are smashed by rocks and mangled by vines. And Adrastos, you got a 5.
Yep.
9, 13.
You
take
ain't got
3
no
wounds.
draws on.
I take 3 wounds.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
You are smashed.
6, 8, 10. I have a D10 wound die.
You have a D10 wound die. I think we see you go tumbling down the rock side as you went up to help Marika. One of the vines hold you in place, and one of these rocks just smash right into you. And we see the vines like ripping out of the ground as Adrastos goes tumbling down. Ostensibly, if Adrastos were an unnamed insignificant character to their death, I mean, this would be the end of them. But you Greeks are made of greater things. Okay,
I don't need all those bones. They're
so
redundant.
That was the first exchange. The rocks are trashing you. They're smashing you left, right, and center. And you can tell that they're very, and now they're very good at pinning you down.
It's as if this island is a wild beast that we must master.
It's though.
Wow. Wowie.
Yeah. So during the exchange, during the interlude, so there's a pause as the rocks crash. Yes, you win. You win. Oprah.Jeff right there. That's got to be my emote. I haven't made one yet. I got to steal that. Can I do that? Is it like, is Twitch
I don't know.
Hate me?
Oprah's going to come after you.
Oprah's gonna come after me.
It's Oprah.Jeff.
Okay.
So they've proven their superiority over us.
Yeah.
The island has anyway.
Yeah.
And we have an opportunity to slink away and give up if we want, but we're not going to do that, obviously.
Yeah, you could
obviously.
You could challenge Ares directly. You could also try and figure out the source of the island's power and other things like that. You could try and figure out almost every monster you fight has some weakness. Sometimes you can plan for them, and sometimes you have to discover them in the moment. If you wanted to try and figure out what it's.
I have a thought. It's a little bit out of character, so maybe let me pitch it to you guys. Drastos, I don't think would actually say this or even maybe think of it, but it just occurred to me. Going up against air, I have a D10 wound die now. Tris, is yours D10 as well?
I'm at D8 now.
D8, so that's pretty good.
I mean, I was going to suggest calling him out.
I kind of am leaning towards calling him out, and maybe in the sense of throw off this enough with these rocks and vines, face us areas kind of thing. But maybe this is maybe it's Adrastos' idea. I'm not sure. Maybe it's also the wedding pact thing. Maybe we twist it so it's not Hera's marriage thing with the rope or whatever. We call Ares out to because these are warriors, both of them. They're generals. They lead great armies. Maybe we could be throwing down for Ares to consecrate their marriage so that they like their armies join together and they like become some kind of powerful military thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Either because we think they're cool and, you know, we're going to like adventure in the band of these awesome warriors in the future, or to like build them up into an even greater foe. So when we take them out, like we look better then.
I am with this plan.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't feel like Adrastos would say or do that. Maybe one of you is a better candidate for that moment. It's hard for me to picture him actually doing that. So.
I think Hagne is frustrated enough at this point to like start shouting at the sky. I think I'm like smushed under this rock. Am I able to push it off of me, or is that?
No, I mean, I don't think you would be an amazing great hero of renown that everybody told stories about if you couldn't push a paltry boulder off of yourself.
I wasn't sure if the pinning was mechanical and I had to.
I mean, mechanically, it gave them advantage. It gave them a bonus, but you know they. Oh, you know what? I didn't add the bonus in. Ugh. They had +2 on that. It's fine. I don't.
Oh, does that do another wound?
Well, their total was actually 16. So Marika, that wouldn't affect your distance difference at all. You'd still just take 1. Hagne, you took armor, so that wouldn't matter. And I don't think 16, because 13 was 3 wounds, so the next one would be 17.
So okay,
so just barely didn't. But yeah, I need to remember that I didn't add in.
Did they get +2?
They have +2 with wrestle.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah, so, that was a mechanical bonus, and you know.
Okay. So Hagne like flings the rock off of her, and like is probably spitting a bit of sand, and she would glare up at the sky and she would say something like, "Are you so short-sighted that you want to cut down these great warriors before they have the chance to do anything? We could create the greatest army in all of the archipelago." But no. Short-sighted Ares wants to end it all here now with rocks.
So you.
Oh man, that's like Antonio Banderas pushing away from the computer GIF.
All right,
is this your war plan?
Awesome. So great. Let's have a contest for the god. Let's see if you can call him out. Let's see if
are these your mans?
Whose rocks is these?
Whose mans? Yeah. Yeah, one way or the other, Ares will appear. I don't know whether you'll actually get him into this battle or not. But if you succeed, not only do you win in the challenge of besting him and gain glory for that, but you also can then face him. So good on you. Awesome. Let's make a roll. I feel like this is a spirit roll. I think you're challenging your Ares to a challenge of spirit.
Yeah.
And I think you all should do it. I mean, you're all there.
Yeah.
Whether you just take heroic stances and be like, yeah, what she said, or
Charlie's angel pose.
Totally.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If you fail this, your spirit is impaired, but
I'm going to spend a divine favor from my wound die because that's a real good bargain.
It is a real good bargain.
Same.
And this is one of those, who knows? I mean, I'm rolling a single D12.
Okay.
Maybe I roll 1 and you guys just whoop Ares' butt and shame him.
Maybe.
I will roll first. Oh no, never mind. I guess I won't roll first.
A 3, huh? All right. Well, I'm not off to a good start. Oh, only a 4 from Sean though.
Okay.
I only got a 4.
I got an 8 that I can explode.
Nice.
Wait, that's actually. Hang on. Oh yeah, no, that's right. That's correct.
What's the cost to like re-roll or something?
To re-roll,
or like I don't know if I can add something.
Let's pull it up
at this point.
Yeah, you can use divine favor to re-roll. I think it's 2, but I don't remember for sure.
It's either 2 or 4.
Okay.
4
2 is to reroll any one die, and 4 is to reroll any number of dice.
Okay.
All right. So we're looking at Hogne. You called him out, and that's real bad.
Yeah.
But John, you'll have to tell me what Adrastos does. Currently, as it is that Adrastos is the one who
I'm winning with
attention.
I'm winning with 2 victories, actually.
I'm gonna spend 2 to re-roll my spirit die.
Cool.
Blocks. All right.
Oh, I see how it is.
All right.
I see how it is.
Tied
at 8,
We'll find out whose man's this really is.
Yeah, we are.
I need to know.
We're gonna find out.
So are you each gonna spend another divine favor to explode those?
Yes.
I mean, you don't want to tie.
I'll spend my last one. It's fine.
Marika, are you invested in? Are you trying to?
I think I rolled. What did I roll? I rolled a measly 5 on spirit.
So I'm at 12.
I'm at 12.
I'm just gonna let you guys battle this out. Clearly, there's something else going on.
I don't know what to do now.
I'm just gonna deal with like these killer vines and boulders.
All right. Well, the rules are clear about the rules are clear about this tie.
Yeah.
Which is that whoever has the highest fate wins this tie amongst the heroes.
I have 2.
I have 2.
Oh, good. Naturally.
Who wrote these rules?
Yeah, so we both win with 3 victories over Ares.
Yeah.
The important thing is that Ares can go take several seats.
Well, the good news is, okay, so the downside of this is that neither of you rolled highest. So you're going to get 1 glory, but neither of you are going to be known for it.
You know what? At this point, I'll take it. So Hogne doesn't get 5 more ahead of me. I'll just keep up a little bit.
That's very petty of you.
So
look, I gotta do it. I gotta do whatever I can.
Both Adrastos and Hogne get 1 glory for winning. Marika, your spirit is impaired for losing.
Damn it.
And if you had lost as a whole, you also would be taking wounds because.
Wait, no. Marika got a 5.
Marika won. Oh,
yeah.
Oh. Never mind. I'm sorry. I for some reason I thought I got higher. Never mind. You all win. You all get 1 glory.
Yeah.
Yay.
You all win. You won 3 victories, and so yes, you see like the vines at the top of the beautiful bougainvillea at the top of the crest of the mountain where they just pluck, they just wither and die. The earth cracks open, not as though coming from the underworld, but the earth sort of like breaks asunder, and Ares stands atop it, facing you from above, and as he speaks, he booms through his voice is carried by the rocks themselves as they tumble down. And oh man, but you like whooped his ass hard. So
yeah, it's like a D10 advantage basically, right?
Yeah. So Ares is real angry and real butthurt, but
could we like leverage, like instead of wielding the advantage that we just won in terms of like bludgeoning him further and making him look bad?
Yeah.
Could we, I mean, I guess it's Hogne, she's talking for us, but could we leverage that into like, look, do you want to keep doing this? Because we all about to throw D10s into our next exchange against you.
I can go all day.
Or do you just want to do what we want?
I want to leverage it into saying, not only are you cold foolish, but I want the cloak too.
Oh, dang.
Right. Okay. So Ares is petulant and full of anger and Ares like a child with a broken toy says, you won't. I mean he's saying this in a booming voice, but it's also kind of a whiny voice. So I'll try and capture that.
Good luck.
You can't have a greatest warrior if there's no war. Those two, and he like points, and he like casts one of the rocks down, and it just explodes right behind them as they're running. They're still running down, right? Mm-hmm. Those two are supposed to fight. And
we're getting to it.
And so he's upset. He's cranky. He wanted this to be a battle, and in his mind, a chase is not the same thing. Now, to a Greek, there are battles in all fronts, but to Ares, he
wants slaughter and bloodshed.
He wants slaughter and bloodshed. So there's a couple things that happen. One, I think that even though you didn't specifically try to do it, you do see the weakness of the rocks anyway. It's sort of revealed to you anyway, which is that if somebody slays another person in battle here, the rocks will be quelled. They will take their sport die, which will go from a D8 down to a D4 if you murder somebody in battle. Stabbing them in the back would not do, but facing them and killing someone in battle would slake that bloodthirst. So there's that. And yes, I think you have a D10 advantage die as now he is casting stones down upon you, and he's throwing a tantrum. But you know his motivation, and you know that he doesn't really want to kill you, because then he doesn't really get what he wants, which is for one of you to kill one of the other of you. Like no one's killed each other yet. Tried, or even gotten close.
Love is a battlefield. Right? Heartache to heartache we stand.
I mean, invoke Hera next, and she'll back you up. She'll back that play. Love is a battlefield.
So Hagne is like she like is brimming with frustration. Like Ares acts like these are the only two armies in the whole world.
He sure does. Yep. He's like,
why would you not want like a super Voltroned up army that could conquer everyone? No.
I mean, that would be smart. Hagne is right, but
he wants a slap fight on the beach.
Yep.
This is small change. I don't know like what I need to roll to tell him he's being an idiot.
Well, you've convinced. I mean, that is clear. That is established. However, when a god is told they're an idiot, that doesn't necessarily mean that they back down and acquiesce.
Since I tied, like Hagne and I both were the victors.
Yes.
She's the mouthpiece here. I have gotten up out of the vines and snapped them off me, and she's rolled her rock aside, and we're like standing shoulder to shoulder. And while she's speaking, I'm like really like into her words. Like the truth of them are so pure that like as part of my display of spirit here, I'd like to have my connection to Poseidon maybe a little bit. So like the waves crash behind us dramatically.
Absolutely.
And since Adrastos isn't orating at this point, I'm trying to convey, like Hagne has given him the like logical point of view, and I'm giving him the like power and consequences point of view. Like it makes sense what she's saying, and also look at the assembled group here. Like if we really do this thing, cool, and are unleashed on the world, we're going to be this great force to be reckoned with.
I feel like the landscape of the battle changes, and that it's no longer about can his rocks crush you. Well, maybe it's about can his rocks crush you to death. I mean, maybe that's still a thing that Ares is like down with.
If he's still just totally petulant, maybe. Yeah.
Right. But you beat him with 3 victories, which I feel like makes a great impression upon him. He doesn't like it, but it does make a great impression upon him. So I think the battle changes. I think we end the previous battle, and we now. I'm wondering if we now either go into a battle of Arete to sort of prove your point, or whether that just ended it, that just settles it.
I would say it's somewhat up to Ares. I think we feel like we've settled the point, but if he wants to take another beating, we'll throw another beating on him, I think.
Right. You can
Naja, is there something we can say to him that's like, because like clearly your point is obviously true.
Mm-hmm.
Is there I don't know what I'm trying to think of here. Like
I can quote more Pat Benatar.
That would not hurt. No, I'm thinking of like a next step, like the kind of boastful thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like, we've won the point of like, we're right and you're wrong. And now it's like, I feel like we have this opportunity to be like, and now we're gonna, you know,
Hogne would say, I suppose it falls upon us to act as the god of war should and lead this combined army into the conquering that you don't have the guts to see through yourself.
Nice. Cool.
Is that what you wanted?
Snap.
No, but I mean,
that's what you got.
That's perfect. That's totally perfect.
Wants to be at the head of a conquering army.
Awesome. So
yeah. That's great. That's perfect.
All right. So we are going to continue the battle. You are challenging Ares directly, and we're going to, or rather, we're going to end that battle. We're going to start a battle of Arete. And your
autofocus is wrecked.
Oh yeah. Hey, what's up, autofocus?
You leaned really close.
What happened?
And let's
just sometimes my camera just kind of.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're totally right. Now it's being real bad too. It's like.
And hang on, let's not just run past this real quick here, Sean. Like,
there we go.
What's really happening is we're like, okay, let's go another round, and Ares is like, nah, actually, I don't want to do that. I want to have a different battle. So we technically win the first one. He declines to keep fighting us, which you can do. You can give up in a battle, which the God of War is giving up in a fight with us. I just want to make that clear that's what's happening.
Because he's being a punk ass.
Well,
and now he's starting a new fight about a different thing because we've basically like leveraged him into it. Okay, I want that on the record that we leveraged the God of War out of a fight into this other thing.
We are strong and no one can tell us we're wrong.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So that battle was worth 14 glory.
Okay.
That battle was worth 14 glory. It's split among the heroes as evenly as possible, with any remainder going to the hero of the highest fate. So that's
Marika.
It's always Marika.
The highest fate.
So that's 4.
I'll start with 5.
So that's 4 for Hogne and Adastos, and 6 for Marika.
Okay. Technically, I get 5 because I went without armor,
and an additional 1 for Adastos because he didn't wear armor.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
All right. Cool.
Okay. And he starts walking down, and as he walks down, his steps thunder, the rocks crumble, and we are entering a battle of Arete to convince him that this army is better served with both of them leading it to make one great army than one of them defeating it. Or that's the best outcome here, is to join all our forces. And he has zero interest in forces joining. He has interest in forces fighting with each other. He doesn't care about future battles. He cares about
he wants them
now.
to fight for his approval and affection, and
exactly.
And we're not doing that.
Yep.
And okay, Arete. Excellent. It's excellence, I think, is the translation for that, right?
Yeah. Exactly. This is
all right.
So I'm rolling. So the positioning roll is going to be spirit, which should make you all happy.
Team spirit. Yeah.
I'm rolling D8, D12.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I'm rolling Strife and his name die.
Yeah.
Because he's a god. I don't have any stats for him. It's just D12.
I just got my spirit in my name.
Yep.
Man. Yeah, I got a D6, D10 +2, which is pretty good. I'm a little tempted to throw Orate in. No, a +4.
I'm out of favor.
Yep.
I spent it all hurling insults.
This is a positioning roll.
Yeah, but I really want to use Spirit in this this upcoming exchange.
Yeah, seems fair.
I think I might creative ability here just to hedge our bets a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna throw Orate in as well. And Adrastos is going to like Hogne has already made the point and spoken our position and put him, to task where he's changing tactics.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely.
That's done and won and over with.
Yeah,
so
the vines sort of recede, the rocks are still tumbling down somewhat, but they're not aggressively crashing out over you.
I'm gonna
Can we use that D10 advantage die? Did we ever use that?
Yeah, no, you absolutely can use that D10 advantage die.
Okay, I don't want to use it right now. I just remembered it existed.
Yeah, we all do. I forget. Do we have one D10, or do we each get to roll a D10 at some point?
So an advantage die works. Conditionally, right? It lasts until you don't have it.
Yeah.
But in my perspective on this, you have gained the initiative, so you get to. I think you get to use it once before. I mean, you have. I mean, the advantage die is the reason why you're fighting a different battle than you were. So it's that you shamed him enough to come confront you directly. So I think you're good. I think you get it once, and then gods don't hold on to shame long. He's not. You don't have any, secret weapon against him. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool.
Also, you can't harm him.
No, we cannot harm him.
So you can succeed and win, but you can't do harm to him. So he can do harm to you. It's an unfair battle, but you can still beat him.
He's a
just
god.
Can't harm him. He's not going to take any wounds from anything you do.
All right.
So just saying.
That makes sense. So I will. The reason I'm bringing Orate in as a creative ability is I'm going to be Hogne's hype man, basically. While she's doing the, you're thinking small, we could be this great army to besiege the world. I'm listing off everyone's great achievements. Thessala destroyed the city of whatever, and Akeda did this, and Hogne did this, and bam, 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 bam. You don't understand what you've got.
And
do we stand in your way, or are we the best thing you had?
Just
sorry.
And the
very applicable.
The two runners, that's one Akeda, they stop running too. I mean, right? You're facing off against Ares, they stop and shout in your, yeah. I mean, they side with you, right? I mean, they don't mechanically advantage you per se, but yeah, awesome. So all 5 of you are facing off against Ares.
Cool.
And
all right, Sean.
Yeah, I think.
What do you got?
I think you can each roll. I think you can each roll. I think you can each have the advantage die once. Each of you has the initiative on one time. That way you're not.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's cool.
So use it whenever you want.
Got it.
Because you each won. Everybody who won that got the advantage die, and everybody beat him.
We did all beat him. That is true.
Yeah,
that's what I'm basing it off of.
It does
suck at Ares.
Okay.
Let's see your D12, D8. What do you got?
Yep.
Oh.
I got an 11.
An 11.
I cannot beat that. So
that's not a great start for us. I can technically beat that, but I need to roll well.
I mean, just a positioning roll. What could go wrong?
Yeah, that's.
What are your worst stats?
Oh, I gotta.
How is that possible?
I did the thing that I said I warned us not to do. I put a plus for my bonus, and you just have to put the number.
I see.
I always do that. Don't put the plus sign, then it totally breaks.
All right, just re-roll it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Right.
I got a 10. I can open end it.
Nice.
So I can definitely tie.
Cool.
You can
let's
definitely
see.
tie.
That was a D6 that rolled a 6.
Cool.
So
Marika, did you roll?
I did. I think I rolled a mighty 4.
You got a 4.
Make sure it did this right.
The gods look down and judge her, and they judge her as a 4. Yeah, I think you just roll /1d6 exclamation mark.
Wait, this didn't roll my D10 for some reason. Oh no, it did. Sorry, it did. It's just hard to read sometimes. Yeah, okay, that's all correct. All right, so 1d6 explodes. I got a 12.
Wow.
Oprah.gift.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I really want to roll spirit in the next exchange. So.
All right, so Adjustos, you're rolling spirit.
Yes.
Let me pull up everyone else's sheets to see what he's going to pin each of you to use. Hogne, you are... Marika, you're forced to use face him on insight.
Oh, damn.
He challenges you to see that if you have the vision that he does of the future, that how can you as ants on this earth see the greatness that he sees? And if I can find the character sheet, Bolivia, the rocks, and Hogne, you are challenged in might. You feel you've just challenged the god, and as he finally turns his attention on you, you feel the weight of his words, and you feel as though your knees and your legs will buckle under just the simple just under his presence. So there's that. If any of you want to call in one of your oaths with the Drastos, you can say, nope, give me your place.
I have no oath.
Okay.
But I have a D10 advantage die.
Yes. All right. Yep, you can spend that now. Let's roll this roll, and then we'll figure out how it goes, and when we'll take a break after finish this exchange. And he is walking down and calling all of you fools for questioning his greatness. That if any of you are great, you would prove it with not with games or with chases, but with your swords and spears. And
so I have a question. Can I roll in that advantage die here?
You can roll it now, and you're in the fight. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
you can't roll it in your positioning die. That's already rolled. But
I have to roll insight now. Can I do it with that?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can roll your name plus insight plus a D10, and the way you'll do that is when it says bonus dice, you put in 1 D10.
Got it.
And so it'll roll it.
I'm using Orate again as a creative ability.
Cool.
And this time I'm switching tactics a little bit because he's like having this supernatural effect, particularly on Hogne, seems.
Yes.
I whisper a word of sorcery that I learned from my mother to like disrupt his godly effect, like a warding kind of thing, so that it weakens his supernatural presence. that's my excuse for orate here, basically.
Excuse for orate. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, and if anybody has oaths that anyone else owes them, you can also call them in now to make somebody help you on this too. So you can get help. You can gain someone's position, but you can also be like, help now.
Yeah, like if you called an oath in on one of somebody's +2 bonus ability, you would get that +2 on your roll.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to burn that.
Yep. So for instance, I think what does Adrasto say? Yes, +2 on spirit and orate. Okay. Neither of those are applicable. But Hogni, you have you have +2 on insight and cunning.
Yeah.
You could use insight as a creative ability if you wanted to.
If I had divine favor.
You can always use creative abilities. They get impaired. They go down.
Got it.
Yeah.
I screwed up my roll again. Sorry. I need to redo that.
No problem.
My bad.
Do I want to do that?
I kind of want to keep my 8 sort of, but I'm gonna redo it anyway.
All right.
I might as well. If I'm not gonna use it now, when am I gonna use it?
4. Okay. Well, okay. Actually, never mind. I'll take what I got.
Are you happy now? Okay. Well, I rocked another 11.
I got a 14.
I have a 7.
You have a 7. All right. Marika, do we have your roll on there?
No, hold on. It's taking a while to load.
Believe.
8.
Okay. Well, Adrastos wins. Adrastos is best. You disrupt his spell.
Yeah, and I don't need to actually push it here because more victories. I can't do harm to Ares, so it doesn't really matter if I do more.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. But however, you do gain. I'm going to say, well, no. So normally the winner, the highest roll does harm, and everyone else who wins gets +2 on the positioning roll on the next one. No, I think we'll keep it. We'll play it.
Yeah.
Hogne, you feel your strength wither away, as though the word of a god has spoken directly to you, and it is beyond. And he has addressed you directly. He has called you, clever-eyed Hogne, daughter of Mavros, and your body shakes in his presence. So you take 2 wounds. What's your wound at right now?
Die. I'm at a D8, so I go to D12.
All right. So you can you can gain a fate to, you can raise your fate to ignore the effects of a wound. Yeah. Otherwise, yes. Otherwise, you spend your armor, and
I will definitely take that point of fate.
Okay, cool. I mean,
you can die if you want to, but
you can die if you want to.
I could leave my friends behind.
Yes. Yes.
And Marika, you feel confounded.
Yeah.
You know, your words felt wise and strong before, and now
they just sound like bad pop lyrics. I don't.
In the presence of a god. Yeah.
I had it made sense in my head.
Yeah. So you take 1 wound. Your wound die goes up to D4, I think, from 0.
Okay.
Yes, untouched Marika finally gets
no, I took
a scratch.
I took a wound from those boulders and shit.
Okay.
Oh, did you? Okay.
So
So what are you at now?
I have 2.
Okay, so you're now D6 wound die.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna go into an interlude, and let's see if you guys want to keep going toe to toe with Ares as he walks down.
No one makes me bleed my own blood.
I mean, you can always surrender if you guys want to.
Nah.
All right, let's take a break though, and we'll come back and see how it goes. Find out what the showdown with Ares looks like.
Cool.
If I can click the right thing. I can't click the right thing. We're stuck. This is our lives.